I'm in the aviation program. The class I take is airframe and power plant.
There's 2 years of it. The first year is basic aviation. And the second year is called airframe and power plant, and we'll work on the airframe of an aircraft along with the power plant.
We work on different components from aircraft, like engines, from cars to jet engines, wings, everything you could imagine.
You'll learn a lot of stuff, how to take apart engines, learn how to use new tools. There's plenty of opportunities to get certified to use certain tools too, like digital multimeters, even something simple as a tape measure.
It's helped me to learn how to use tools, learn skills that I could use in jobs that deal with mechanics. It's a lot of teamwork kind of, because it's not just a one person job. You could use it for yourself, but it's a good program to kind of get to know more people and how to work with other people and also yourself.
It's gotten me more interested into the field of aviation. Field of aviation, it wasn't really something I had considered back then until I took the first year of this class back in my freshman year of high school, and it really got me interested with how an aircraft works, how to maintain it. Makes me interested in going to the Air Force a bit more too.
It opened up career opportunities. Now that I have these skills, I could apply to local shops that work on aircraft, and I have experience.
It's not as confusing or as hard as you think it would be. It's really useful information that you could use for your own advantage for work outside of school. It's a lot of hands-on work. My favorite part of it has been working with other people and kind of finishing jobs with the group of people and getting close to them and earning certificates that could help you get better jobs, that if I didn't get those certificates just for being in the class and completing the work for it, that I could use that for jobs to get accepted to more jobs than I would if I didn't come and do it.
We work with our hands on mechanical parts. We get to work with cool engines that most schools don't have access to, but since we do, we get the privilege of working on them.
One of our big projects at the moment would be we're working on this old MQ-1 Predator drone that's upstairs by the Automotive building. So right now we're working on putting it together, like the wings, the fins, putting in the sensors, the engine. That's one of the big things we've done so far. Working on the drone is definitely something that really interested me too, because I didn't think we'd be doing anything like that. But the company, General Atomics, they were nice enough to donate us those 2 MQ-1 Predator drones to work on. Working with friends is pretty fun. I just don't get distracted, but I think doing a lot of hands-on activities, doing the hands-on activities was really fun.
You know, you're stressed from school all day. All your classes are in the classroom, writing, reading. This class, you get to laugh with your friends and work with your hands, decompress.
I'm a 12th grader, senior, and basically in the CTE plasma cutting class, we basically do our basic, simple plasma cutting. We learn how to grind metal, weld, and do lots more stuff with like different equipment.
We learn how to design like CAD designs and how to work like CNC plasma cutters, and recently we got a water jet, so we're learning how to do that, and it gives you like team building kind of exercises, gives you good skills on how to work with other people and work through a difficult problem, and real world skills on like how to develop and create a product that people would be happy with.
We use a software called Torchmate, and we design almost anything you want during that software, and you basically cut it out on a piece of metal, and you can have it different sizes, however big you want. And then once we're done with cutting it, we get on a grinder and we grind it down so it's nice and smooth and the edges. And then you can proceed to keep it like that, or you can paint it.
This program showed me that, I actually like doing stuff like this more.
The program impacted me quite hard, I could say. I learned some new stuff that I probably would have never known. With this program, I learned how to use a welding machine, plasma cutting. If you don't really learn anything in your past life, or before when you learn how to do stuff as a kid, this program is gonna help. You just gotta learn the basics, computering, adding to file, and it's just all good, You just print it out, something simple, and you're gonna learn a lot right here.
It's impacted me a lot, honestly, because when it comes to When it comes to like thinking of jobs after high school, I'm not much of a like college guy, like sitting there studying for hours and hours and hours. So being in a program like plasma cutting really made me think about more hands-on jobs like plasma cutting. And it's definitely opened my mind up for job opportunities like this.
Favorite part of the program is being right here with my crew members, part of the CTE program as well. We basically have like our own designs we set up, gates, we paint right here, we do a lot of great stuff. So we just set up the file to file, put on a computer, we have it cut out, and that's a new piece of metal for the school. We like to represent the school as well.
It's a much more hands-on and a lot more deeper kind of experience than because you think you're just like cutting out junk and stuff like that, but you go through, you get to learn how to grind, you got to learn that you have to clean up and you have to actually do some work, you can't just coast on by through, but it's really rewarding work though. It gives you like a good sense of accomplishment when you spend couple hours working on a design and then you get to cut it out, it turns out fine, you get to grind it down, you get to paint it, and then you can say you made that.
Just try it out, honestly. Like when it comes to these kind of programs, it's not more of like, you don't really just think too much, just do the program, see how you like it, and if you do like it, it's something that you're gonna pursue in the future that you want to do with your jobs.
Overall, I don't have a specific favorite part because pretty much I just like doing everything in this class. It's a really cool class. It gives me opportunities. I've made good friends throughout this. I've learned, how to actually get real world life skills and stuff that'll help me get a job or something, or learn how to work in a shop type environment.
It's different. It's a lot different from any other thing you can think of. Like, I'm not sitting in the classroom reading, writing, doing math, science. It's hands-on. I get to physically hold what I did. I can see what I'm doing, and I can see how it's gonna come out in the future.
I am in CTE medical assisting, and we learn a little bit of everything. We've started off with blood pressures, vitals, medical term, and we just started getting into our rooms, and we're learning different things about our patients.
We work in book to figure out the different procedures we do, define words. We're learning how to do CPR. We're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of hard work.
The program has impacted me in a very beneficial way. We study a lot for certain things. We earn certificates, and our teacher also teaches us new things.
I've met a lot of new people, and I've done a lot of new things that I've never done before. We have a lot of fun in here.
It's made me a better person, made me more skillful, with the procedures I'm doing. Helps me help others in the class, because when they first got in here, they didn't know how to do blood pressures and stuff. So it helped me help them, because I took it last year too. It requires a lot of hard work. We do a lot of different procedures and stuff. So with coming with those procedures, we have to dress accordingly. My teacher, she's helped me a lot. Helped me. I've had fun with her. She's helped me be more skillful.
My favorite part is meeting the teacher and the new people. This teacher has taught me a lot of new things. And I just enjoy this class overall. It's a lot of hard work, but it's a good class, very good class.
My favorite part has been going into our sim labs and wearing scrubs every Tuesday, a lot of studying, a lot of paying attention, but it's really fun. And our teacher helps us understand things in a different perspective, and it's really easy for us once we get the hang of it.
I'm currently in the Restaurant 1 program, and this is the starting program. This is the basics. It's basics of kitchen etiquette, kitchen safety, and how to cook. You learn, you have side jobs like the laundry, how to sanitize the stations, and how to learn to be safe and respectful in the kitchen.
It's basically full responsibilities, but also creativity to where learning with and experimenting with food a lot.
We do a lot of cooking. Well, obviously it's culinary, so cook, teamwork, and catering events. This program has impacted me by helping me with being a team player and just getting me ready for my future.
I can't expect being anywhere else besides here. It's comforting, but it's also very fun. It's a bit chaotic and crowded sometimes, and there's a lot of stuff you gotta get used to, especially with some dangerous equipment, because accidents can happen.
My favorite part about being in this program is the catering events and my team that I have made.
I currently only have 4 classes, and those 2 extra classes that I have, I actually come in here and help out with different assignments she needs help with, or I'll help out different groups that need assistance, because I've already had a previous background in cooking. So I already know how to do certain basics that I can help out people with. We offer catering services to the staff and teachers here, and it's a very wonderful experience. You get to see all the staff that you interact with on a daily basis, and you get to serve them food and have a conversation with them, and it's really an interaction between yourself and them. And it teaches you to be yourself and be open with older people and be more professional.
Just being able to see everybody enjoy the food, I think is really big.
My favorite part, to be honest, I will have to say is getting to know so many new people, because that's the thing about culinary arts. You're interacting with people all the time. So it's it builds a strong bond, like a family.
My favorite part about the program has been being able to come in whenever I feel down or whenever I want to really, and just enjoy it. Because I love being in the kitchen, I love being in culinary, and anytime I'm in here, I'm always in my own little world. I have AirPods in, I'll do dishes, I'll clean, I'll do anything that the teacher needs me to do. And that's probably my greatest memories in here, was just being in my own little world, doing my thing, being able to be myself in here.
So we're in auto collision, where we fix and repair dents out of body parts from a vehicle.
Here we focus on hands-on activities where we can sand things, spray paint things. Every activity that we do, it's a step-by-step. So it's we sand first, and then after we primer and then spray paint. And that's how we end up our projects. And once we finish, it's we move on to the next thing. And then we gradually upgrade to where we're doing new experiences, hands-on, more hands-on activities. It was intimidating at first, but then once you get used to it and familiar with the environment, it's it gets easier and easier. So now I'm just okay, I could do this, and I'm more confident in the area I'm in.
This program has impacted me by learning these valuable skills that I will one day use in my future. I learned how to weld, bondo, and respray. We paint the vehicles, we could buff them out, we could fix the dents.
How it has impacted me is that someday I could use this in life and I don't have to ask anybody. And it's been a really big help. It's time taking. You have to be able to pay attention to learn what goes on in here. It's a lot of interacting. My favorite part about this program is that I get to be hands-on in every situation. I was in Auto 1 and I was doing alignments, changing oil. And in collision, I can paint cars.
I learn use of skills because I want to work more with my dad in the car shop that he has. And with that, I'm here learning more skills, useful skills that I could adapt in his environment as well. We deal with more spray painting. We use machines that most people are new to when they get into this program.
We get to experience new things. I never thought I would be painting vehicles one day. And it's just cool knowing all of that stuff.
When I first got introduced to the panel that we were using, I was okay, this is brand new to me. And the more that I get introduced to new things, it just becomes more fun for me. And just enjoying the experiences become better and better.
This is the automotive class of Victor Valley High School.
I think the program is pretty cool. We get to do all this stuff in here, learn how to do tires, alignments, everything. And not only that, but the teacher, he lets us bring our own cars in here so that way we could work on them. Like an alignment at a shop or something that costs a lot of money, but instead we learn how to do the alignment ourselves, and not only that, we're doing it on our own car to do our own alignment.
And a lot of stuff hands-on. Like we learn about how to change tires, how to repair a tire, and how to do like suspension work and all that kind of stuff.
It impacts me a lot, actually. I learned so much about cars. Like, I learned how to do oil brakes on many different cars.
It taught me stuff that I thought I knew. It kind of like humbled me, but it made me get better at learning my skills.
Before coming in here, I didn't know anything about cars, but I was very interested. And when I got in here, I didn't know anything, but the teacher definitely helped me learn, and like the people in here definitely helped me like learn everything about cars and how they work and how they function.
I want to be a mechanic when I'm older, so yeah, this really helps me a lot. This is really good. Like, it's one of the best electives here. You do stuff inside cars, boards and everything, learn how to turn on light bulbs. Like, you learn way more stuff than you really think you would. So yeah, it's really good.
Coming in, I was like intimidated. Like I wasn't sure if there was gonna be other girls and stuff like that. But like once I was here, it was like, they definitely didn't make me feel left out. Learning about cars, like every part of them, it's really fun, and like understanding how they function and all that is like really fun.
Worked on that Toyota Tacoma. We really did it for like around like 2-3 weeks, and every day it was like something crazy new. Like I learned something different. I learned this part is this and all that stuff, especially with like an older car. It's really cool.
It's cool that like everything evolves around what I done as a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying, working on cars, always getting dirty, everything.
Definitely be ready to learn, like be motivated to learn, because you learn a lot in here, and be ready to work with your hands, because we work a lot with our hands in here and all the stuff we do in here as a group and as a class. So.
I'm in graphic communications, and it's like a graphing class that you can, you know, use your creativity and make stickers, make shirts, make posters.
So basically, like, we are able to create certain things and like print things on shirts and sweaters, like whatever design that we want to make. It's impacted me because like this is like really the only class that I really like am able to be creative in. So it gives me more freedom, in other words, than the other classes.
We get to display our creative side and make visual art. This program has impacted me by, well, I've learned a lot of new things, computer-wise and tech-wise. I've learned how to use a bunch of different apps like Photoshop and LXI. And I've learned how to, get used to it, get comfortable with the apps.
My favorite part of this program is when like I'm able to see my design come to life, like it being printed on a shirt or on a sweater, and then you could just peel it off. It's pretty cool.
It brought me and my friends a bunch of fun and joy to use our creativity and make stuff for ourselves.
You get to display your creative side, and you learn a bunch of new things, and you get comfortable with the people around you, and you could get a lot of help.
The amount of fun that you'll get from making, you know, your own stickers, your own shirts, and your own posters, because then you have that stuff for yourself, and like, you know, you get to put all your creativity into making all this stuff.
I definitely thought it was a challenge at first because I knew nothing about computers, and I felt like guys just knew a lot more. It was difficult getting used to it, but I asked the teacher a lot of questions, and he was able to help me out a lot.
I think definitely, you know, having the time with my friends and like, you know, just using my own creativity to like actually discover like how to do all of this stuff. It's, you know, definitely amazing.
My favorite part has been making a bunch of different things, stickers, shirts, posters, and doing it around friends that I'm comfortable with. So I think that was really fun.
Construction 1. So in Construction 1, it's really just like the very, very beginner basics of construction, and then normally you go into Construction 2 after taking Construction 1. So it's measuring, using hand tools, just very like simple stuff with like 2x4s, nothing like, you know, too big.
Cutting stuff, you know, building,
and we also hammer a little bit too. We use power tools and all that. The program has impacted me by basically just giving the basics of, you know, how to build things, how to hammer, how to measure anything, whether I need it at, if I want to do it on my own time, you know, just like build stuff at my house, build a shed, you know, dog shed, just using a lot of teamwork in here, you know.
It's actually impacted my personal life. I'm much closer to my stepfather now because he's a general contractor. So now we have sort of like a middle ground to talk about. So now we have something that like when he talks about work or he's complaining, I actually understand the things he's talking about. And we can have conversation about, and he can help me with the homework, the work that's assigned, or anything that I'm doing in the class. It actually hasn't been like the stereotypical like, oh, do you not know what you're doing or anything? So it's not, I haven't faced that at all. Most of the time I'm helping the boys because the boys don't know what they're doing. So it's like they need help measuring, like, oh, where's the 1/8 at? Oh, where's this at? Where's this at? Like, so most of the time I'm helping other guys in my class that aren't paying attention or just don't know what they're doing or just aren't handy.
My favorite part about bringing this program is having an amazing teacher, you know, that can guide me and can teach me about stuff, mostly about measuring, you know, and also I say the memories, you know, that I make with my friends in here also.
Most of the stuff that we make here is used in other parts of the school. Like we made the A and painted it, cut it out for the bonfire. We make the sheds, like it's a bunch of stuff that we do and it goes to the school. Everyone in this class that I've seen in construction is very sociable. Everyone's very open to conversation, to helping each other. Like there's no bad vibes in here at all.
So the program that I'm currently in is called Computer Science.
I think this is one of the most perfectly structured computer science classes I've ever attended.
Currently we are using JavaScript to code certain things, and the programs that we use, there's different languages that there are, and we use those languages to create things.
This class is structured in a way that's perfect for both beginners and pros alike because the lectures themselves only take barely a quarter of the class, so that leaves the entire rest of the class to experiment with what you've learned. And for those who learn slowly, you've got the entire class to continue learning and actually understanding the subject. And for those who learn fast, like me, you've got the entire class to experiment with what you've learned and create your own little projects and mess around with it.
It's pretty much software engineering. Software engineering is pretty much everything that goes through your phone, like your apps, like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, just multiple types of things. In this classroom, we learn how to develop these type of apps, which can be used more for as well as gaming, just overall everything electronically.
The program impacted me by really sparking my interest. I had already had some type of interest in computers. I enjoyed working with them, and whenever I got into this class, I really enjoy it. It's one of those classes that it's really fun to me, and when I get here, I'm happy.
I think it's revealed to me how interested I was in programming. It's something that I never really thought about too much. I always had a subtle interest in it, but this class showed me that it's not as hard as I thought it would be, and it showed me that it's something I enjoy doing.
My problem solving skills had advanced very much because when I get stuck on one little thing, I don't just break down and just stop. No, I move forward and I figure out a different solution, just a different way to solve this type of problem.
I think the personal projects that the extra time we get allows you to do is something that's really cool, because the website we use, VVHS, you can pretty much, they have a sandbox that allows you to go in and just start coding with whatever you know, whether you're a pro or beginner. You just go in there and you just go crazy, and that I think is amazing because you go in there and you create something that is completely yours. You create your own program, and it's really cool. Everyone in this class, because everyone knows what they're getting into, it's all people who are interested in the same stuff.
It's a really fun class overall. If you really want to get into it, you can. It does take some work and time to put in. If you just don't do anything, you're not going to understand it. It takes some time and you have to put some work in, but if you really put all your hard work into it, you'll really enjoy it.
You come in here and you mess around, you get into some shenanigans with the other students, and the teacher too, he is amazing. He basically makes you feel like, you know, it's not just like another classroom that you're going in and taking notes. You come in here and you have fun actually going into the website and programming stuff and creating something, because you're hands-on and you get to see how everything works, and you're not just like taking notes down on a paper.
So my favorite part of being in this program has to be just preparing me for my career. It's gonna give me a big jump start when I get into college. It's just gonna help me overall. I'll be ahead of other students. It's gonna be very, very helpful. Something I'll tell somebody that wouldn't know anything about this program is just, I'd say like, give it a chance, you know? Like, just look at it like as a different opportunity where you can explore something new. You never know until you actually try something if you'll like it or not, you know?
So I do theater, and then I also am in the troupe. And what the troupe is basically kind of like what basically kind of puts theater things together. So like we come up with like events that we do or like fundraisers that we do. And then whereas theater is we're the people who puts on performances, does the shows. We also will sometimes perform or like promote the events that the troupe will come up with.
It's a really good program. We do a lot of teamwork activities. We improv, we do little hangouts sometimes.
It's all like one big project, and in the end you finally get to see it all come together. And going to rehearsals every day is like an escape almost. You get to come and like see the people you enjoy being with most.
I am involved with the performing and tech side of theater. This program allows for students to learn what it's like to be involved in a show, since the students are the ones that run the shows. We are in charge of everything.
I would say the program impacted me in a really powerful way because it kind of made me get out of my shell a little bit, because I used to not like public speaking, and doing theater, like being on stage, is basically a form of public speaking. So it kind of helped me get over like stage fright a little bit.
It's impacted me a lot with my social life here at school and just in general. When I came into school, because I started freshman year, I was scared, I was nervous. I mean, it's your freshman year, high school, but I don't know, coming in here and just people always expressing themselves and keeping this energy high up in theater, it helped a lot with connecting with other people and just helping me discover myself and allowing me to express myself in a better way.
Before theater, I could never do anything outside of my comfort zone. I could never speak in front of crowds. I could never talk to people I didn't know.
Every day you come into theater, like come into rehearsal, you're gonna leave feeling good. Even if you think you didn't do a good performance, like the people in the cast will always support you, no matter what cast it is. It can be a brand new cast of people you've never talked to. Like, the environment is always so nice, and it's not really what people think theater is. It's kind of like, well, just like any other program, like you gain like a sense of, you gain a family basically.
It's a lot of hard work. You have a lot of responsibility, since you are in charge of, for the performing side, you are in charge of learning your lines and developing your character, and for musicals, learning the dances and the songs. And then for the tech side, you have a lot of responsibility because you are running the technical side of the show.
I would say my favorite part is all the memories you get. Like every show I've had like a favorite memory that's happened, like whether it's like funny or like heartwarming, like the memories you get are really worth it.
The people make it really, really amazing. It's hard to even explain. They're such a great group of people, and our director and teacher helps it become such an amazing, safe space for everybody.
You just want to come to a place where you feel comforted and like safe, and that's what theater is. And the people they're all like my safe place, and they make me feel most comfortable.
It's given me purpose in a way, because there's something that I can look forward to and something that I can work on and something that makes me feel productive. I have the best memories with my friends. You build such a strong bond with everyone just because like we're a team. So you have to work with them and you have to learn how to work with people.